Hello, I am a more luminous star, and it has been quite a long time since I have made a video. I am an aspiring writer who has primarily been working on a figure skating romance story for most of this year, and I think the last time I updated was maybe in August, and at that point I had finally gotten an outline finished and was looking forward to starting to draft the story. And since then, a lot has happened both with that project and with my life, so I wanted to give an update and hopefully break the ice for starting to make more videos again. First of all, with my story, it has been kind of a roller coaster as I figure out the ins and outs of these characters and the story. I think last time I was talking about deciding whether to write it in Scrivener or try a different platform, and so far I've been using the tabs feature in Google Docs to kind of keep different parts of the story separate so I can flip between them easily while also having them all compiled together, and it's kind of an easy platform to use. I can get my story if I'm on my computer at home or on my iPad when I'm out and about. So that has been working well so far. As for my story, I think I have just restarted it for the third time. At the beginning, I started drafting it and kind of pretty quickly started feeling some things that weren't working with particularly my protagonist. So I let kind of her simmer a little more and actually made a whole new outline, changing some things and kind of making the plot tighter. I started drafting again and I got a bit farther. I think I have about 20,000 words so far of my draft. But I started hitting some points where I was getting stuck again. So for fun, I decided to try changing the point of view. From the beginning of this project, I had this idea that I was going to write it in third person, present tense for my main character. But I feel like, especially with how my protagonist is, that might not be the best choice. So I've been trying to rewrite it in first person, and so far it's been flowing, I would say, a lot better. And I think I tend to be an underwriter in my first draft, so now that I'm kind of rewriting the scenes, definitely more is getting fleshed out. And that's making me feel better because for a while I was getting kind of down about how my story was going, and especially my prose, because it's been so long since I've written, and I've have stuff that I've written in the past that I was really happy with. So the fact that I'm so out of shape with my writing was really getting me down, but then I kind of remembered that there's like this saying, good writing is good editing, and that is really coming into play here. So I'm slowly making progress in the story. For me, this is probably not the best way to be writing. I should make a full first draft and then edit. I've kind of been treating this more as a gentle project than something that I have to be serious about finishing, which is a good idea in theory because of how bad my burnout is, but also my mindset is always still with, I want to publish a book. And especially now with in the past month or two, heated rivalry has really blown up, so I feel like now is kind of a good moment for queer ice sports stories. So I'm kind of kicking myself for not giving it more time sooner and kind of being able to hit maybe a potential market wave. But it still is really an achievement for me that I've been able to write this much this year, because I've been in really severe ADHD burnout for years, and have kind of had my ups and downs mentally this year as well, which is kind of what happened in August and why I stopped making videos. In August, I had a really down point and wasn't writing, so definitely not making videos. And then for the rest of the year, I slowly started getting better, but also I've had some physical health issues. So my energy has been really limited. Usually I really love making writing videos and they kind of motivate me to work on my writing, but recently I just haven't had the energy for it. But I'm hoping to get more into the flow of this again too. And I'm just going to keep chipping away, moving forward with this story. I also am looking back at 2 of my really old fantasy projects and kind of working here and there, thinking about how I can make them better, presentable, publishable. I've been working on both of these projects for over 10 years. They're really near and dear to my heart. They are kind of the projects where sometimes I wonder if they're darlings and I should kind of let them go, but I still really love the stories and the characters and the worlds. I know I'm writing a contemporary story right now, but I love world building so much. I love fantasy. But I also love figure skating, and right now, because I'm in burnout and having some mental health issues, I really love just a cute, fluffy story at the moment, which is hopefully more what this will be. It keeps going back and forth with how serious it will be. I'm hoping for it to wind up just more cute and fluffy. So something that's happened since kind of my down month in August was I suddenly, after years of just finding myself almost completely unable to enjoy hobbies, I'm finally getting to enjoy hyperfixations again, which for me makes me feel so much more like myself again. This project is about kind of one of my long-term passions, which is figure skating. I really hope that I'll also be able to start skating again soon. But where I live, it's kind of hard to find available ice to practice figure skating. However, I have been trying to keep up with skating, which is exciting because it's the Olympic season. I had to get up to retrieve my Thai tea, which is my favorite drink. And I decided to treat myself today and get it ordered with a yogurt bowl. But yeah, so far I haven't managed to catch too many skating competitions live. I think I've just watched the skate to Milan and the Grand Prix final, but it's been really interesting to see all the changes that have happened in the sport since I was following it more closely. Some seem good, some seem not so good. Right now I'm really excited for the women's competition at the Olympics. There's so many great skaters. And then with my burnout, it's been really hard for me to consume much fictional content or anything really long form that takes a lot of concentration. But I think I've read a book or 2 in the past couple of months, and I have some more checked out on Libby that I will hopefully read before the end of the year, now that I have a little bit of time, not off, but I'm working less until the end of the year, so hopefully I can read a couple of more books. I've also gotten back into BLs, which it's kind of a funny thing to say. I'm proud of myself for being able to watch BL, but after being in such severe burnout where I couldn't pay attention to anything and I couldn't really connect with anything, the first one I watched, when I was able to watch it and I actually was able to binge watch it, that felt like an accomplishment for me. Because I'm watching lots of Thai BLs, that sparked my extreme language hyperfixation. I've always been super passionate about language learning and just fascinated by languages. So I'm trying once again to learn Thai. I really like writing systems, so I've been wanting to learn how to read Thai for so long, but it's quite complex. But I'm getting there. I can read a lot now. I still have a long way to go, but I think I get conceptually how it works now, which is a big step. And yeah, I'm always here to learn new languages, new writing systems. And speaking up more towards that hyperfixation, I've also kind of rediscovered my GeoGuessr passion. I've been aware of GeoGuessr probably close to when it was first created. I remember playing it with my brother like 10 years ago. Usually my strongest skill set for guessing is my language skills, but recently I've gotten into watching like pros playing GeoGuessr and learning a lot more about the information that they look for when playing GeoGuessr. I'm so tempted to buy a subscription because I really want to practice and to get better myself, but I don't quite trust my ADHD yet to keep with it and not get bored. So I'm on the fence right now. I'm just taking in a lot of information and watching a lot of GeoGuessr. But yeah, so I think that recaps what's been going on with me pretty well for the second half of this year. It hasn't been the best year, but I've made some progress in some ways, and hopefully continuing into next year, I'll be able to keep making more videos. I don't know if they'll all be writing related, or maybe I will start info dumping about a hyperfixation, but I appreciate you for watching, and I hope everyone has a happy holidays. Goodbye.